We are recording. Good afternoon. This is Susan Lawton from sunny New Jersey. The sun is just now setting. And Deb Weyland, are you there, Deb?
I am. Hi, everyone.
And what are we covering today?
We are going to be talking about making a living vision board. And
Yay!
yes, putting all our visions on paper so that it's a constant reminder of what we want, what our goals are.
Yes, and I'm very grateful people spend time doing this. As you know, Deb, my husband and I do this every quarter. We sit down
Hmm.
on our Sunday morning after we've been to church and we cut up pictures and we work on our short term goals together. And I'm
Hmm.
actually better at putting pictures over the top of other pictures as goals are achieved. But when we start the new one, John is really good about keeping us, you know, keeping us on the straight and narrow. Deb, are you having any trouble hearing me?
No, I hear you fine.
Okay, good. Good. Okay. Who wants change?
I do.
Who wants to change?
I do. Oh, no, I guess I wasn't supposed to say that.
Well, some people want things to change, but they don't want to have to change what they're doing. And we used to laugh about helping people get involved with multi level marketing. And we
Hmm.
would say there is absolutely no OV in TV. So get used to recording your favorite shows. Like, if
I
you,
like that.
right, there's no OV in TV, honey. So if you're married to Grey's Anatomy, please just record it and play it back later. What we're trying to tell you is if you want something to change, if you want to set goals and spend time reading more, spend time walking more, whatever your goals are, and we're going to help you with that today, you have to be willing to change something.
I love it. I want that sledgehammer.
Yes.
Life will, life will only change when you become more committed to your dreams than you are to your comfort zone. And that's hard for so many people to move outside your comfort zone. You're familiar with it, it feels the same, you don't want to change it. But it's the only way that we can change our expectations for ourselves is if we're willing to make those changes and move away from that comfort zone.
Yes. And it's like if you're in your comfort zone and you feel like you're rolling around comfortably, then it's time to be honest about looking at what have you grown? What have you changed? Are you
Hmm.
reading the same type of book or are you reading some new material? Are you watching the same old reruns of Grey's Anatomy or have you expanded to documentaries? What are you doing that keeps you comfortable? And the moment you change your perception is the moment you rewrite the chemistry of your body. And I want you to think about that for a second. If your perception is like years previously, I could be heard saying, I am so challenged by all this new electronics that I'm unable to answer emails. Well, we know I got over that
You
because I
did.
had to quit saying I was challenged. I had to quit saying I can't do that. I had to go take classes, and people laugh at me because I still go to the Apple store and I still take a pad and pen. And even the young people at the Apple store think it's funny that I take notes because they'll take me through a process. They'll show me what it is I want to learn how to do, but then they crack up because rather than make a file on my desktop and put the answers there, I write them down on a piece of paper and I can look at it again. See, what these young people don't understand is we keep notes because we don't do these things every day. Like, I don't
Right.
make PowerPoints every day. Do you, Deb?
Not every day, no.
No. So if I want to learn how to do something specific, I will ask them for the information and then I'll have it at my fingertips. But if I don't ask, I won't know.
I still
And
keep a paper trail too. Don't worry. You're not alone.
the point is the moment you rewrite the chemistry of your body. So if you're saying things to yourself like, it's too hard to talk to 3 new people a week, it's too hard to explain this business, then it will be hard for you. But if you could say, it's an adventure, I like talking about these things, I like to share the 3 circles, I like the idea of financial support for people who didn't have this choice previously. I really like those things. And it's the same thing with if you have a chronic cough, if you have a chronic, what did we talk earlier today about crusty throat?
Oh, yeah, tickly throat.
Tickly throat, and you don't vary your diet, or you don't try eliminating white flour for 3 weeks straight. See if that affects tickly throat. How is tickly throat going to change?
It's not.
So you need to let your body know what you want it to do, and you need to accept that things can change in a positive way, and then take steps. Like when we talk about setting goals, whether they are short term or long term, we like to call it a smarter method, because you need to have a goal, you need to have direction. And we call them smarter because they relate to how you should sort your goals. They need to be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, timely. You have to evaluate on a timely basis, and then you get to reevaluate whether that goal was a good idea or reasonable or what you want to do. And we're going to take you through that process.
And those last 2 steps are really the most important.
I'm sorry, you kind of faded there. What was that?
I said those last 2 steps are really the most important.
To evaluate and reevaluate, right? Because if we're going to do something different, we need to decide whether it's good or not. And my buddy Al, what did he say?
We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them.
Right. So if we identify a problem, we want to provide a solution, we need to look at things differently, don't we?
Absolutely.
Okay. Let's pick a goal like you may have a weight goal, or a savings goal, or a business goal. You'll notice on the left column we listed possible goals we want to talk about, so we can take appropriate action using a vision board and taking simple steps every day to change things just a little bit at a time to achieve our goals. When we talk about something being specific, you have to say things like, I am going on vacation in May, and these are the steps I'm taking. When you ask that the goal be measurable, if I say I want to lose 5 pounds in 2 weeks, that's very specific and it's measurable, because in 2 weeks we either did or didn't, right?
Exactly.
Virtue goal, develop diplomacy daily. Well, I have to set a more specific timeline to see if the diplomacy has been consistent. Or if you want to buy a car, BMW, by a certain date, you need to go out and practice driving the car. You need to look at your finances. You need to evaluate. But when we're talking about goals, we're talking both short-term and long-term. Like a remodeling project. Deb, you just went through that. How was it for you?
It was something that had to be reevaluated. My time had to change. And but it was good. I had a goal on what I wanted done, and it was see it through.
Great. Now, when you set the goal for redoing the entrance to your garage, did you set it up because it was something you could do, or did you know somebody competent to do it?
I needed to have someone. So I had to decide what I wanted done. interview people to do it for me, and develop a schedule for when it would be sent out. And it did eventually get finished. There was a slight delay, but it did finish, and now that one's goal is done, I'm going to move on to another one for my house.
Right. Well, in my case, I want to lose 5 pounds in 2 weeks. I control what I eat, so I know it's attainable. It's relevant because it contributes to my positive longevity. And relevant means here and now, appropriate to here and now. So if you're choosing a goal of sponsoring 30 new people or enrolling 30 new people, then you have to have a reasonable date and you have to have a plan of activity. How many events are you going to hold in your home? How many health fairs are you going to attend? How many new people are you going to talk to every week? And you have to keep a list. It's definitely attainable and it's definitely relevant to now, but you have to decide and you need to take the action. Like, we just started the Retire from Sugar program. A lot of people are doing it. A lot of people wrote to me this morning and said, yes, I got rid of all of the sugar and white flour in my house. I got my family on board. We're using the recipes. We shopped for all those nice snacks that you and Deb suggested, and we're remembering to drink water. Even if you think you drink enough water, these are suggestions about why. Like drinking 1 glass of water before taking a shower helps prevent, a rise in your blood pressure while you're in the shower. Drinking a glass of water before bed helps prevent other inconveniences. When you drink 2 glasses of water in the morning, it helps activate your internal organs. They wake up happy and they go, great, I got some junk I want to purge. I'm so glad you gave me water. Please drink water while you're setting goals.
I was going to say drinking a glass before your meal helps in your digestion.
Right on. Your goals need to be timely and you need to have the courage to evaluate. Timely. In 2 weeks, if I've done my 2 20-minute walks every day and I've eaten less, taken in less junk, and focused on drinking my water to eliminate the debris, then it's easy for me to get on the scale to evaluate. Yes, I was able to achieve it. Monthly debt reduction. There's all kinds of ways that you can go through that. Instead of buying expensive coffee at Starbucks, you can go ahead and just brew a pot and take some with you to go.
Or one day a week pack your own lunch.
That's right. And the whole time you need to say things to yourself like, I like the changes I'm making in my life. I am happy to be in charge of my life. You understand you're having the positive influence on your life, so it's important to choose goals and make sure they are able to be reevaluated. You could have flexible dates on many things, but you need to be aware of your progress. When you create new goals that may be more practical and flexible for your whole picture. Like with my weight, if I lose the 5 pounds in less than 2 weeks, then maybe I need to say that I want to lose 6 pounds in 2 weeks. If I find that taking my lunch every day ends up saving me $6 a day, that would help me with my, being debt free. In 10 days, I would have saved $60.
Exactly.
And it's really important to celebrate with tangible rewards. When I lose the 5 pounds in 2 weeks, what would a good reward be for me, Deb?
Not to go to Ben and Jerry's.
No. That was good.
It might be treating yourself to a pedicure or a manicure, going and getting a new hairstyle, something that goes along with your weight loss, something that continues that good feeling.
Right. Because the thing is, when you do something good for you, you're doing it because you see that you want to change. You're not doing this to please other people. Please, when you set goals, You are setting goals to like you. You're not doing it so other people will like what you're doing. And tangible rewards to me can also be, we have this friend of ours who has this really cool store where you go paint ceramics. And when you paint them, they put them in the kiln. And they're very cool little figurines or practical, like pencil holders. I know it sounds silly, but I like to spend an hour once in a while going there. So to me, that would be a great reward. And again, has nothing to do with sugar or chocolate or those other things on my list that I'm eliminating. Okay, get out your poster board. This is something you're going to be able to hang up. This is something that is all about you. You're creating this vision board for you to look at every day, because there's tons of reports and research that's been done that if 18 days in a row you do something consistently, it becomes a habit. So if 18 days in a row you're examining your goals, you're looking at your short-term goals, you're clearly stating positive intentions. I am able to eliminate 5 pounds in 2 weeks. I am able to be debt free because I'm spending less on things I don't really have to spend money on. Whatever your focus is, by looking at your vision board every morning when you get up and looking at it at night and putting new pictures on as we go along, because you're creating your vision of success. And when you look at what you have created yourself, it's like listening to one of your own recordings. Because when you listen to a recording of your own voice telling you how wonderful you are, things happen in a really positive way. So how did you start your board, Deb?
I always like to find a picture that goes along with the goals that I set for myself. So because we're doing eliminating sugar, I have a big speaker in my one corner to reflect the exercise that I'm going to do twice a day for 20 minutes. I have pictures of healthy foods in another corner so that it shows going eating for my snacks and my meals. Trying those good orange vegetables always works. Part of this whole process of eliminating sugar, of course, is better health. So the picture of me feeling really healthy and being able to enjoy like a hiking trip, which is something I may not have had a few minutes before. So
right on.
I also can add words in there as well. Things about that I will be healthy each and every day, that I will have more energy each and every day. So I make little phrases on my board as well.
Right. Well, I start with the simple whiteboard, and I make a circle in the center of the board or the page, and I put a picture of me in the center. Use a photo or your name. And underneath it, I describe my state of perfect love in writing. Peaceful me, well-loved me, successful me, happy me. Those go on the board. See the picture of me and myself. Yes, there I am with my happy face. And you describe it your way. Happy me, satisfied me. This month, my vision board is about being balanced between my clinical work and my webinars and personal consults, trying to get things balanced. We just moved to a new house. It has been very challenging, so that's what I am working toward, to be balanced. And then we start applying the pictures Debbie described of our short-term and long-term goals. My short-term goals are going to go around the circle in a clockwise motion around the center, the tight center. So if I have a short-term goal, around the center, I will put pictures of what Deb described. Our time with Jennifer, our Brunhilde, God bless her. She helps us with our core strength. That's where on the Thursday mornings I'm driving to Debbie's house saying over and over again, I so love to exercise. I so love to stretch. I'm so excited about the new exercises I'm going to learn with Jennifer today. Yeah, I work at that. Anyway, we put pictures of that around the center. It does get better. Really,
It does.
I don't pick on her nearly as much as I used to. Around the center, I also have pictures of airplanes because friends and family are traveling by plane to us and we're going to see them. So we have to keep in mind, we have to be ready for company. Around the circle, I'm putting photography like that iris. I took that picture because I love Mother Nature, whether it's flowers or birds or creatures. I love those things. So always keep them close to me. And a short term goal is botanical gardens are opening up. Let me think. Where are we going, Deb?
Hawaii.
Hawaii. We'll be in Hawaii the last week in January, sharing with our friends in Maui. And we are so excited to be going to walk on the beach. Also, in the short term goals, I have an organizational shelf I put up because I have cleaned out all my offices and getting down to just one. How many bags do I have left, Deb?
A few.
Yes. Yes. Debbie was so brave. She came over. John and I have many, many, many hundreds of books. She helped us unpack more than 60 cases of books to put in our bookshelves and to get them sorted to the right floors. God bless her. But getting organized is part of what I'm really working hard to do. But that all goes on the vision board around in the circles. You see the computer key? That's about me taking classes at Apple.
Right.
So that I can use the resources at my fingertips and I understand them. The builders on the right, that was finishing up a clinic that we had under construction, and we're very excited that it's finished. The windmill, of course, that's Amsterdam. That's about travel. I didn't have a picture of Hawaii or Alaska to put together today. Sorry. Now, for future goals in the upper right-hand corner, I always put business. So I'm going to enroll 9 people this month, 9 new people. So I have 9 little circles up here in this corner, and whoops, they don't have faces yet. Then we're going to talk about our long-term goals. Identify wants that cannot be reasonably obtained in a short period of time. Example, remodeling, construction, vacation, new career. Starting in the upper left-hand corner, place pictures on the vision board that reflect your long-term goals. And so you don't get overwhelmed, we have a blend here of oils to help you see clearly your long-term goals and want to be able to put them in a picture format. Debbie, was it you that went to get the red sports car and put it in 4 corners on your board that one time because you were very determined to find that car?
My red Mustang convertible, right?
That's it. That's it. Whatever is something important to you, this is your vision board. John and I do ours. We do joint things together. As individuals, we have our own individual, boards that we do, and we look at them every day. You will find you will be amazed at how quickly you start achieving your goals. And then around that tight center circle on the short term, add additional photos and or words to reflect immediate wants. Your economic, physical, family, home, intuitive, business, career, dreams, creative, spiritual relationships, all that. Short-term goals should reflect long-term desires. So as you complete the 9 new enrollees this month, and next month we do 9 new enrollees, soon we have the platform complete for my first 3 levels, all generating $1,500 in bonuses for their teams. Won't that be fun?
It'd be great.
And As you achieve a goal, you cover it up with a new goal. This board is active. It's alive. It's alive. No, I do not have pictures. Somebody just wrote, do you have pictures of chocolate brownies? No, I don't have pictures of chocolate brownies on my goal board. If I
No,
had
yes, you do. With a big red circle and a line through them, right?
that's it. No, I have. If I were to put something up on the vision board, that would be a goal. It would be carrot cake. It wouldn't be brownies.
Yeah, but normally what we put up is something a little bit more positive.
Yes. Okay. Like Deb said earlier, you can find photographs everywhere. Go into a travel brochure office. Pretend you're going to go to Ireland, England, and Amsterdam all on the same trip. They'll be happy to give you brochures. Give them your old phone number before you got a cell phone. They'll never know. Home redecorating magazines. I have friends of mine who are so good at home decorating, and they always have beautiful presentation. You go to their house, and everything is all balanced and themed, and it's wonderful. And they told me I got some of my ideas from these decorating magazines. And I understand magazines are online now. Is that true?
Yes, that's true.
Okay. Can you get rid of the advertising online?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, okay. Just checking. National Geographic. I love National Geographic. Great photography. I often cut up pictures of the animals they have on there because they're so pretty.
Oh, they're
National
gorgeous.
parks. John and I love visiting national parks. We do that all over the United States. We cut up pictures of those because it's not uncommon for me to call him at work on a Thursday and say, honey, you're leaving work tomorrow early. I'm coming to pick you up and we're going on an adventure. And we take off and go to a national park.
And am I putting nice jewelry from Tiffany's on my vision board too?
What do you have from Tiffany's?
Nice jewelry?
Sure. If that's what you desire, put it in front of you. Because what will happen is, as you look at it and as you talk about your goals to yourself and you say, I can do this, all of a sudden the distractions, the things that I call time numbing distractions that are not helping you achieve anything because it's the same old dreck, the same old, oh, there's Grey's Anatomy. Oh, don't want to miss it. Wait, here comes the tear jerking part. Oh my God, got to see this. You have to change something for you to get something. Are you with me?
Absolutely.
No more chocolate brownies. No.
Okay.
All right. Now, you have to believe it. You have to say things like, I can do it. You have to say, I am charismatic. I am happy. I am content while I am working on my goals. I love my exercise program, my 2 20-minute walks a day. I love my walks. I love Brunhilde. She's a delightful person who can't count, God bless her. She can't. She'll say, okay, 3 more. And she'll go 1, and I've done 3, 2, now I've done 6, 3. I did 9 more. I went, wait, you can't count. Okay? But she keeps telling me it's for my own good, so we just do it.
It is.
But your board keeps building. After you buy tickets, right here, you buy tickets for your trip, you cover it up with your next trip for next year or 6 months from now. When I learned how to make music go on my PowerPoints when I'm making presentations for nice people all over, I got so excited. I put music on top of the keyboard because I learned how to do that. You have to give yourself credit for your successes, credit for stretching. Okay? If you are going through a challenging time, you suffered some disappointments, you didn't get your karaoke system for Christmas, whatever it is, you need to talk to yourself. You need to say things like, I am courage. I am happy now. I am content. I am moving forward. And what do we say about if you have a slip, Deb?
We say that it's okay that we have a slip and we will continue on. We give
Yes.
ourselves permission to have made a mistake and move forward.
Right. Don't keep going down. If you have to just watch your Grey's Anatomy all in one afternoon, what do they call that? Marathon it? That's
Marathon it.
fine. That's fine. Give yourself permission to do that guilt-free. But afterwards, make your 9 phone calls. See, in order to achieve your goal, you're allowed to bargain with yourself, but you've got to stick with the goals. Create happy spaces on your board. Create areas that are interesting to you. I mean, I love Mother Nature, can you tell? But you might like pictures of power tools. You might like pictures of Hummers or Hummettes. You have to put on your board what makes you happy. Only put on things that make you happy.
I just love this picture.
Me too.
It just reminds us of all the beauty around us. And that anything that we want is attainable.
Yep. You have to update this often. When you're out and you're working, you're visiting people, you happen to see brochures, you happen to see magazines. And when you take your aunt to the doctor's office, it's a good time to, help yourself to some of those ads. They don't care if you rip the pages out of the magazine. Sometimes they're grateful if you take the magazine with you. You
Absolutely.
can rearrange the pictures. You can get creative with your pictures. Healthier me.
More vacation plans.
Right. This is a commitment to you. This is a commitment to you. You write out those goals. You talk to yourself. Is this something you really want? Yes. Well, then your actions will back that up. Your consciousness will take that on.
And it's really okay if we have to change the order of our pictures or we realize that our long-term goal is not what we wanted. And it's okay to, like you said, face over and change. Don't beat yourself up because your goal is changed. It's perfectly okay.
Oh, yeah. And, if I set the goal for 5 pounds in 2 weeks and cycles happen and I only lost 3 pounds until the next week and then surprise, surprise, lost 4 more, you're allowed to have adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
Not anything carved in stone. We believe in baby steps. We believe in little steps at a time. And when you're talking to yourself, please recognize you have verbs that are meaningful. You have adverbs that are meaningful to you. If you tend to be a touchy-feely person, you may want to say things like, I feel like today's a good day to make phone calls. If you're digital, I think it would be a good day for me to go take some more information from that Apple Store guy. If you're sensitive to listening or you get auditory cues very well, then we use things like, I hear what my body is telling me to do. I hear what my intuition wants me to do.
I hear only good things.
Right. And if you're visual, what happens?
You use the words I see. I see.
And I can look at me and see
at the end of this week.
Right. I can look and I can see a difference. I can feel a difference when you're tactile. And if you're detached from what's going on, it's okay. Use more pictures. And this is one of those thoughts.
I love it.
I release all things from the past year that has caused any negative attachment. I prepare and welcome new changes, new lessons, and new adventures, new exercises, new sore muscles. I am so excited. I welcome new opportunities to grow emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. It's going to happen anyway, guys, right? You can either embrace your experiences and we can learn from them, or we can sit back and do nothing and life will drag us along. Haven't we already seen that? Restate
We need
your
to remember
goals.
that we want to create our goals,
Right.
and we can do that quite often. We can set aside money for my special vacation. We can make daily follow-up phone calls for Deborah before noon. I want to walk or exercise every day for just 20 minutes and to explore new friendships and activities. Now, these are things that are on my list that I want to keep continuing to state.
Right. And if some of your friends discourage you from working on your goals, then maybe you need a little vacation from some of those people. I'm sorry, that's not out. Okay, here's a new formula. Freedom to be comfortable with change. I have been using this and it really, really works. 3 drops of arborvitae. Why arborvitae?
Because it's strong.
Yes. And it's an amazing tree. It has great strength but great flexibility. So you're supporting your ability to be flexible. Rather than anticipate change and resist it, you can move it along. Grapefruit moves things along smoothly.
I was going to say definitely facilitates things.
Right. Frankincense, inspiration in accepting change. Marjoram, again, is very soothing.
Yes, it is.
Combine, apply to your wrist, back of the neck, inhale deeply, and focus while you are applying. What are we saying?
I can see clearly what is in my best interest. I am competent to express what I want and have the courage to complete my lifestyle change.
I like forgive myself for believing this information about myself, and am rapidly accepting my new feelings as good and true for me.
And then I am allowing others to be wrong quietly. And I find I am happy to dwell on discovering more of my virtues and free myself of harsh judgment of myself and others.
Yeah. Can we talk about that harsh judgment thing for a minute? When we talk about evaluation, Deb, you and I've talked about this before. It's okay to look at the end of your day and say, yes, I honored 2 of my short-term goals and 3 of my long-term goals. I did honor them. Or in evaluation, you can say, I slipped up a little bit on this, but I can see that it's easier than it was a week ago.
Right. I mean, you can now do 20 push-ups instead of 10.
Yes, push-ups. Yeah. The push-ups we do are against the wall, standing up.
Exactly.
So yes, maybe I could get up to 15 this week. That would be exciting. Okay? This is so true. And if you guys just came through your holidays together, then you know this is true. Everything changes when you start to emit your own frequency rather than absorbing the frequencies around you. When you start imprinting your intent on the universe rather than receiving an imprint from existence. So when you set goals, those are intentions. When you set your intentions and you apply oils, you're setting in motion your own frequency, your own vibration. So you're drawing to you support for your goals. You're drawing to you inspiration for your goals. And you're allowing new things to happen.
Right, and I think it's important that when we're setting our goals, we have to remember that they're ours. We shouldn't be comparing ourselves with our friends or anyone else that we know that's going through the same process. Because it's different for them.
Right on. Viva la difference.
Absolutely.
Okay, now, you can't get off a call with us without talking about gratitude. Yeah.
Yay, gratitude.
Yay, gratitude. The best way to shift your perspective and manifest what you desire is to acknowledge what's already good in your life. So we didn't say set goals because your life is bad. We said set goals because you realize a little change will be good for you. You can keep a gratitude journal and list what you're thankful for, or say a grateful prayer as soon as you open your eyes in the morning. I'm very big on mornings. I love mornings. I wake up happy. I make the list of all my friends. I'm asking the great universe to bless and protect and healing energy be with everyone we know. And I am so grateful that there is abundance everywhere and that everyone enjoys such abundance.
Mm-hmm.
Some people keep a gratitude journal. They have 3 new things every day they are grateful for. And they write it down. And they are amazed when they reflect at the end of 3 weeks how much time they spent looking for what to be grateful for and how much it shifted their attitude. And they were far less critical of themselves. See, when you're in a state of gratitude, it's impossible to be criticizing yourself. Think about it. This was cool. Stole it from Facebook. I really like this too.
I do too.
Happiness jar.
I like it.
Go ahead.
I like it because it's visual. And so as you write all your things down, you can actually see the jar get full. And then to go back and read it. And it helps you reflect on everything that you did throughout the year.
But not only that, but if you only write down your good things, if you only write down the things you're happy about,
right,
then when you're having a rough day, I have what's called a thank you table. And people write me thank you notes. People send me gifts. People are very generous. They know I re-gift them to people who need things if I don't use it. And we keep everything in motion. And I'm very grateful for people sharing whatever it is they send. So I have this huge thank you table. And that's part of where I do my praying is in the gratitude room over the gratitude table. Because I believe people, when they take the time to write thank you notes, they take the time to express in that time, their intention is to wish all good things for us. And we graciously accept that and we ask that it multiply for them also. And I think the same thing can happen with the happiness jar. What do you think, Deb?
Oh, yeah, I think it's amazing. For me, I have a gratitude to write down what I'm happy for every day. But I really, like I said, I don't really feel that this gives you. It is a reminder. I also like what you said. Maybe go and pull a couple out when you're having a bad day to remind you that there are good things that have happened in the past.
Oh, yeah, that's why I started the thank you. I kept the thank you notes people wrote to me because
great.
Sometimes I lose a patient too, you know. Even though we work really hard and we do the very best we can to support people and their wellness, sometimes they make different decisions. So you're like, okay.
Absolutely.
And we'd like to thank you for joining us. We'd like to thank you for sharing and getting on with your vision board. Don't wait to make it perfect. Get started now. Draw the circle. Grab a piece of paper. Put you in the center. Your short term tight around the center, the long term around the outside. Keep updating it. And several people have written and asked for different topics for Debbie and I to cover in a couple of weeks. And we're going to publish a list. I may even have a new website, and it may just be 1 page long. And it will just be lists of upcoming fun things we're going to do together. What do you think, Deb?
Oh, I think that's a wonderful idea.
And thank you for choosing to do what's good for you because you're making the world a better place. Thank you all.
Good luck. Working your vision board.
Thank you, and have a great year. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Bye-bye.